you tilt it, Daddy?
Now here recently, a lot of the products that I have been unboxing and reviewing for you guys have been a little bit on the pricey side. So I figured, let's change things up a bit. So a buddy of mine gave me a PINSHIELD. He has one on every one of his games, and he's like, here you go. And I was like, cool, I've seen these online on social media or on Pinside and people's collections, but I didn't really know what all they did besides just cover the glass. Little did I know, there was more to it than that. This is actually a very helpful product, and it's very reasonable on price. So what is PINSHIELD? PINSHIELD is a mat that covers the glass of your pinball machine. Now, it does more than just cover it. It protects it, and it protects it in a number of ways. And just to give you some examples, let's just say, for instance, you're removing a lockdown bar off a machine. Where do you typically put your lockdown bar? If you're someone like me, then you're probably going to be putting it on the ground somewhere or on a furniture somewhere. It's always a thing of like, where do I put the damn lockdown bar? Now, if you have like a PINSHIELD on your games, then typically you can just put it on a machine right next to you on top of the glass, but it would be on top of the PINSHIELD. And even just recently, I was working on my getaway, changing out one of the connectors, and I again saw a benefit. This mat keeps your speaker panel from sliding down the glass and the rails. It was always a common problem on my games, is that the speaker panel always wants to slide, and just it's not very safe, and it's just a pain. You merely can lay it down, and it keeps your speaker panel in position, as well as utilizing the pin mat to set all your tasks and items, hardware, tools, and everything down without worrying about it damaging the glass. Because if you're like me, you typically will utilize what's around you as a work table, whether that be setting things on top of it like tools or soldering iron or whatever to work on the machine next to it. I know there's been plenty of times where I've been working on a machine and I've got a screwdriver or a number of other tools, whether it be an Allen wrench or something, and I'm always trying to figure out where I'm going to put it, and I end up usually utilizing like the flattest surface I can that's not going to go anywhere, which is sometimes the lockdown bar area of a machine right next to the machine that I'm working on. And so many times tools and items just simply roll off, and it's always a pain. That is now a thing of the past. Now, they work as a dust cover, but it's not advertised as a dust cover because I don't think it would be safe to say it would be good for making sure your pinball playfield glass doesn't get any kind of like dust or anything like that on it. And mainly, as of right now, the only con I see with this particular product is that there tends to be a residual, like, I don't want to say residue, but after you lift the PINSHIELD up, there tends to be like little dots where the mat, you could see where it was resting. I'm not sure if that's something to do with humidity getting up underneath there, or if it's any kind of residual from chemicals that are on the mat from the manufacturing process. But merely, you know, a wipe down on the glass and it's gone. It's not damaging the glass, but you can see small little dots of the type of material that it is made of. I mean, it's hard to see, but I do have to like make you aware that it's there, but it's not like, oh my God, hideous. So the chances are you could take it off and play a game and your vision would not be hindered. So like I said, this is something that I have full faith in, and I find it very useful for the mat that I had. And I was like, okay, I have one mat, but I want more. I want some for all of my machines. That way, no matter what machine I decide or need to work on, there's always a machine right there next to me that I can utilize as a workspace. And one of the cool things also is that the PINSHIELD comes in a variety of different colors. And I've got all the colors right here, and I'm going to show you how they look. So there are all the current colors, and now I have one on all of my machines. Now guys, don't worry, I will be removing the pin shields whenever I record a video, so that way this still will be all nice and shiny, but I'm going to leave them on for the remainder of this video. Now, although orange does look pretty darn cool because the light still shines through it, so it kind of gives it that a really cool looking, like a lava look to it if you can see it. Now, I'm sure some of you have noticed that at the very top of the playfield, where it was at the very center of the roll, is still kind of got a little bit of a bow to it. That will lay flat over time. Like the first one that I received a week or two ago is completely flat now. At the time of this recording, this product is currently $26 on Pinside. Shipping is $14, so a little over half the cost of the product. So if I were you, I would get more than one to make it worth your while. If you would like to get your very own pin shield, I will have a link in the description down below. And a special thanks to PINSHIELD for sponsoring this video, sending me these products. That way I can show all of you what they look like and what they can do.